Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Sunday, July 31, 2022. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has vetoed two more bills, including a measure that seeks to grant tax exemptions for honoraria, allowances, and other benefits of workers rendering service during the election period, Malacanang said Saturday. Press Secretary Rose Beatrix Trixie Cruz Angeles said the president made his decision known through two separate letters addressed to the Senate and House of Representatives. In his letter, the president told Congress that House Bill 9652 or Senate Bill 2520, known as an act exempting from income taxation the honoraria, allowances, and other financial benefits of person rendering service during an election period, runs counter to the objective of the government's comprehensive tax reform program to correct the inequity in the country's tax system and negate the progressivity of the reforms introduced under the Republic Act 10963 or the Train Law. Moreover, Marcos noted that the studies of pertinent government agencies on the revenue laws is too substantial an impact to be foregone. According to the Department of Education, more than 647,000 teaching and non-teaching personnel served in this year's polls. An estimated 319,317 public school teachers sat as electoral board members, and while some served as supervisory election officials. Less than a month in office, Marcos has already vetoed 5 bills ratified by both houses of Congress. Apart from the two measures, the president had also vetoed the bills creating the Bulacan Airport City Special Economic Zone and Freeport, expanding the franchise area of the Davao Light and Power Company, and strengthening the Office of the Government Corporate Council. As the head of the government's executive branch, the President of the Philippines is granted under the 1987 Constitution the power to veto measures that he or she objects to. The Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE has released an initial 50 million pesos to provide emergency employment to people displaced by the magnitude 7.0 earthquake that hit the province of Abra on Wednesday. Labor Secretary Benvenido Laguesma said that DOLE will roll out the Tulong Panghanap Buhay sa Ating Disadvantaged or Displaced Workers or TUPAD, which is an emergency employment program aiming to mitigate the adverse economic effects of natural disasters like earthquakes and health emergencies, among others. Most affected by the earthquake was Region 1 or Ilocos and the Cordillera Administrative Region or CAR. Laguesma said the DOLE is also eyeing to provide jobs to quake survivors who lost their jobs through the Public Employment Services Office. The latest report from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council or NDRRMC said that the number of casualties of the July 27 earthquake was now at 10, while 62,024 families or 228,238 individuals from 639 villages in 3 regions have been displaced. And the RRMC spokesman Mark Timbal said the 4 individuals earlier reported missing were already found dead, increasing the death to 10. Some 320 individuals were injured and have undergone medical treatment, the NDRRMC added. A total of 48 cities and municipalities experienced power outages, of which 46 got their power supply restored. 4 cities and municipalities experienced water supply interruption, but supply was soon restored in all 3 but 1. A state of calamity was declared over 27 cities and municipalities in the affected regions. Amid growing concerns in the West Philippine Sea or WPS, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is coming to Manila for a day visit in August, the U.S. Embassy and the Department of Foreign Affairs said in separate statements. Blinken's visit comes about a month after Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman arrived in the country in June. The U.S. Embassy in Manila said on Friday that Blinken will be in the country on August 6 to meet with the President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo to discuss bilateral efforts to strengthen U.S.-Philippine alliance, including through increased cooperation on energy, trade, and investment, advancing our shared democratic values and pandemic recovery. Blinken's visit will be the first for a U.S. Secretary of State since his predecessor Mike Pompeo came to Manila in March 2019. Although the point of discussions between Blinken and Marcos have yet to be disclosed, both are expected to touch on a dispute in the South China Sea, which has caused tension between Washington and Beijing and among other claimant countries including the Philippines. The Philippines claims parts of the South China Sea within its exclusive economic zone and calls it the WPS. Go Negosyo founder Jose Maria Joey Concepcion III said the wastage of billions of pesos worth of vaccines this month could have easily been prevented if the Philippines has a clear roadmap in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. The vaccines expired days after the Department of Health or DOH allowed the administration of second booster shots to adults 50 years and older and those 18 to 49 years old with comorbidities. Concepcion warned in April that a batch of vaccines was about to expire in July. As of June 26, there were 29,795,970 doses stocked in the National Cold Chain Facility, more than 4 million of which were due to expire by July 31. Concepcion said that the DOH, having the pertinent data, could have guided the Health Technology Assessment Council or HTAC on the expiration of the vaccines. Health advocates that are opposed to the newly enacted Vaporized Nicotine and Non-Nicotine Devices Regulation Act or the VAPE Act vowed to fight against its adoption, noting that the law will have harmful implications for weakening regulations on e-cigarette devices. The measure, which lapsed into law on July 25, will transfer the regulation of vaporized nicotine products or vapes and electronic cigarettes from the Food and Drug Administration or FDA to the Department of Trade and Industry or DTI. It will also decrease the age of access to these products from 21 years old to 18 years old, which, according to health experts, would increase the vape usage among the youth. Philippine National Police or PNP Chief General Vicente Dano Jr. on Saturday ordered tightened security measures in Lamitan City, Basilan to arrest the killers of the father of Dr. Chiao Yumol. Yumol shot and killed a former mayor and two others at the Ateneo de Manila University or ADMU campus in Quezon City last July 24. Following the directive from Interior and Local Government Secretary Benjamin Benhur Abalos Jr., Danao said he had already beefed up border security to prevent the possible escape of the gunman. Yumol's father, Rolando Yumol, was gunned down just outside his residence, also in Lamitan, early Friday morning. Brigadier General Roderick Alba, PNP's Chief Public Information Officer, said that it would be speculative to assume its direct relation to the shooting incident that happened at ADMU campus involving the younger Yumol. Reports said the incident occurred at 6:30 a.m. when gunmen on board a motorcycle opened fire at the elder Yumol. Danao said PNP personnel have already been deployed at checkpoints to monitor suspected persons attempting to pass through. The PNP chief said that it is vital to arrest the perpetrators to deepen the investigation, as many assumptions would link the incident to the July 24 shooting at ADMU campus. Over to business, the Social Security System or SSS announced it is ready to grant a calamity assistance package to the members and pensioners in areas to be declared by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council as under the state of calamity. SSS President and Chief Executive Officer Michael Regino said that the calamity assistance package will consist of the Calamity Loan Assistance Program or CLAP and the 3-month advance pensions for pensioners. This is in light of the recent strong earthquake which struck the provinces of Abra and its surrounding areas last Wednesday. Topping sports, on Sunday there will be a pair of knockout matches in the last play date of the PBA Philippine Cup quarterfinals as bitter rivals Barangay Ginebra and Meralco square off in the main game at 6:30 p.m. right after the 4:30 p.m. tussle between NLEX and Magnolia Templados at the Mall of Asia Arena. The Gin Kings and the Road Warriors were able to avert elimination and extend their respective best-of-3 series to sudden death matches following hard-earned victories on Friday. Barangay Ginebra had to grind it out and used its championship experience against its favorite victim to pull off a 94-87 victory. NLEX staved off a late rally by Magnolia to preserve a 90-77 triumph in a game where Kevin Alas had a breakout performance. Marlon Ronquillo is today's front page columnist as he explains what the Philippines can learn from the situation in Sri Lanka. Today's editorial believes helping micro, small and medium enterprises require better government policy execution. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the Voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram and keep up with the Times. For the Manila Times, this is Paulo Dimapi.
Our longest trusted English newspaper since 1898. Now available digitally. Computer. Order the Manila Times Digital Edition. Subscribed. Get the Manila Times Digital Edition for less than 2 pesos and 50 centavos per day when you sign up for 1 year. The Manila Times, news source of choice, trusted since 1898.